Hello everybody, so my name's Helen. I'm the the actual physical person behind the channel Cozy Colouring with Helen. Just jumping on to let you know that I have started another YouTube channel as well. Don't worry, I'm not stopping my colouring. I love doing my colouring. I just find it so relaxing. But another hobby that I've got that I really enjoy doing as well is reading. And as you can guess, I like reading cosy books, mainly cosy mystery books. Those are the ones I tend to focus on. I do really enjoy reading them, and I thought, well, seeing as I'm getting into YouTube and the response that I've had to my cozy colouring channel over the last year, so I've been going a year now, the response that I've had is absolutely incredible. I would love to be able to do something very similar for my cozy reads with Helen, so I thought I wanted to keep it in a similar theme with the name. So I've got my Cozy Colouring with Helen channel, and I've also got my Cozy Reads with Helen. So it'll be based on me talking about cozy mystery books, what books I've got planned to read that month, at the end of the month, what did I think of those books, recommending books for certain seasons, whether you want a winter kind of book, whether when we're coming to the autumn, coming to the fall, and you want to read books based on that. That's hopefully what I'm going to be focusing my channel on. I decided to set it up as a separate channel just because I know not everybody combines the hobbies. I like both hobbies equally, but I do appreciate that not everybody probably who does colouring will do reading, who does reading will do colouring. So even though I'm having to set it up from scratch, I thought it'd be best to do that so that those that like my channel just for the colouring is just going to focus on that. But I thought I'd introduce it to you anyway, so if anybody does want to see it, is interested in what it's about, I'll put the link below. I'll also put at the end of this video my introduction that I recorded on my other video, so you'll be able to see what it's all about and just gauge whether you think you're interested in or. Obviously, I would absolutely love it if you could join me on both channels, but I completely understand if it's not for you either. But I thought, well, even after a year, it's about time I probably jump on and say hello, so you get to see the face behind the hands that you always see doing the colouring in. So, thank you so much everybody for all the support. It's taken off so much better than I ever dreamed it would. I love sharing my colourings with you, and when some of you contact me and say that you've done the same colouring and you've enjoyed this aspect, that aspect of it, I still can't believe it. It blows my mind, and I truly am grateful. So thank you for all the support that I've got so far to date. If you do want to come and see me regularly on my other channel as well, please do. If not, I'll just carry on seeing you on this channel. No pressure at all. Just thought I'd mention it in case anybody was interested. So that's my quick introduction into the introduction video that I'm about to upload. See what you think of it. Okay, take care everybody, and hopefully see you sometime soon. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome to my new channel, Cozy Reads with Helen. So, who am I? So my name's Helen, I'm 45 years old. I live with my two sons, so they're grown up now, they're both working, but they still live at home with me, and my 10-month-old puppy Ghost. So he's a Samoyed dog. Oh, he's beautiful. I'm surprised he's not in here. Usually the minute he hears me talking he has to get in on the action, but he's in the house somewhere. No doubt at some point you'll see him in the vlogs. So I've decided to do this channel mainly because I love reading books, especially cozy mystery type books. There's not many people that I have as friends that talk or read the same kind of books I do, so I don't really get to talk about it, about what I've read, and I just thought, well, I do watch a lot of YouTube anyway, and I don't see many people do reading vlogs actually on cozy mystery type books, which is more the genre that I really like to read. So I thought, well, why not just set one up, have an audience to talk to. Hopefully I can give you recommendations, you can give me recommendations, and just build up a little book reading community between us. So I'm usually quite introverted. I kind of keep myself to myself. I love my cozy hobbies. I actually do already have a YouTube channel, and it's called Cozy Colouring with Helen. I set that up last April, so nearly a year old now. Yeah, I think in a couple of weeks it'll be a year old, and on that one I mainly do colouring, and people can watch me colour, get inspiration, get ideas from the colouring. Don't really talk much on those videos, so this is quite new to me, actually, talking to a camera. I'm sure I'll get used to it in time, and just learn to relax a little bit more. It's quite hard when you go to introduce yourself at first, isn't it? Because obviously I know all about me, but you've got to kind of find out about me as well. But hopefully you'll subscribe, and we'll kind of explore different cozy mystery books together, and like I say, just build up that little community between ourselves, so I can kind of give you my thoughts on what I've thought about different books, and hopefully you can give me your thoughts on what you think about certain books as well. So another reason as well I thought about this channel is I do have an absolutely awful memory, and sometimes I find when you read a lot of books as well, you read it, you think about it for a few hours, or in my case sometimes I jump straight into my next book, and I find I don't always take the time to thoroughly digest what I've read, what my thoughts are about that book. And I kind of thought, well, by doing this, hopefully it'll make me think and really just think a bit deeper about the books that I'm reading. What did I think about them, and what did I enjoy about them? What type of books would I like to read following on from that? And also help me remember what those books are about. The amount of times somebody, like, I'll watch another channel and I'll see a book and I think, oh, that sounds good, and then I'll buy it on my Kindle and part way through it and I thought, I've already read this. I do start to now log my books on, I've got Fable. I did last year use Goodreads. I use Fable now just to try and log my books, to try and remember what the books were about. But like I said, I don't really remember too much about the plots, the people involved, and I know that talking about it just helps imprint it in your memory a little bit more. So that's what I'm hoping. Anyway, I can actually start to remember what books it is I have read, what I enjoyed about them, and whether I'd like to read more of them. I have read quite a lot as well where they're not part of series, but I find I don't really have much of a structure to my reading. I'll literally just look at a book and think, oh, I want to read that, oh, I want to read that one next, and then I lose track of where I am in a series. Or sometimes I'll be that impressed with the first book, I'll read about 4 in the series, one after one, like straight after each other, and then it's a bit like, oh, I've seen those characters too much now, and rather than kind of pacing myself and learning to enjoy the series, I kind of binge on it. So I either forget about the series or I binge on the series, one or the other. So I'm kind of thinking if I can have a more structured approach to my reading. I am very much a mood reader. It'll always be some kind of mystery or some kind of thriller somewhere along the way, but sometimes I'll go more into like intense thrillers, sometimes it'll be more cozy mystery type of thriller, and sometimes either a bit of a witchy book as well. I quite like those. So yeah, just kind of build up some structure to my reading, find out when other books are being released. So sometimes when I am in a series and I get to the end of the series, I don't really keep track of when the next book is due to come out, and I might miss it. And yeah, that's what I'd like to get, just a bit more structure to it, a bit more plan, but not so rigid that I plan a whole month out. I'd like it where there's probably a few books that I'd like to read that month, but then flexible to add a bit different books according to whatever mood I'm in as well. I probably read, I wouldn't say I read loads and loads. I see some that can get like to 20-30 books a month. I do like work full time, got the house to keep, and doing my colouring channel as well, but I probably read about 6 to 10 books a month, and I tend to have a book that I have on audio book that I'll listen to when I take the dog for a walk as well. So I do get through quite a few books, but it'd be nice just to have, like I say, that bit of structure to my reading. So I have made a few notes here because I knew I'd forget what I wanted to talk to you about. So I've already mentioned about what kind of books that I do enjoy, but I'll talk about those a bit more. So when I grew up, I listened to read a lot of Nancy Drew, Famous Five. So I've always liked the mystery kind of elements to it. And then as I've got older, it's still kind of stuck. I did go through a phase where I read a lot more serious, what I call like serious thrillers. What did I call them, the series? Oh, thriller and suspense books. So yeah, I did go through a phase where I read a lot of those. You know, The Murder Club by Jace Patterson. I read loads of those. I've recently read some Riley Sager books, a couple of those were good. The Steve Kavanagh goods, I think it's the Eddie Flynn series, quite like those. I don't like books that are too gruesome, or I read to escape, to switch my brain off when I go to bed, or on an afternoon when I just want to relax. So I don't want anything. I do have quite a good, what I think is quite a good imagination. When I read a book, I tend to be in the book. I get really engrossed in it. So if it's too grim or too graphic, it disturbs my sleep rather than aids to my sleep. I don't need to be scared. I like, even though the cozy mysteries and the cozy murders are still like murder type books, and thriller type books, I think they sometimes have that comedy element to them as well, and they never really go into detail, and that's definitely my kind of books. I don't see many people talk about the Agatha Raisin books and the Hamish Macbeth books by MC Beaton. Oh, they crack me up. I think those books are just absolutely brilliant. So in my channel over time, I'll go into more of those kind of books. What else do I like? Oh, the Dinner Lady Detectives by Hannah Hendy. Those, oh, they make me laugh. I would say, even though it's a mystery that they're solving, some of the personalities in the books, and when you read them over the series, you really do warm to the characters, and they're such good books. There's also the Charity Detective books. So it's set in a charity shop, and there's 3 ladies that run and look after this charity shop. It's by Peter Boland. Those are really good books as well, and again, the characters, the way they work together and the friendships that they build, it's just lovely. It's you go to bed and you've got a smile on your face, and just reading your book, I love it. So I'll talk more about those kind of books when I do get actually into the content and I do the vlogs and things like that. I do like a cozy, witchy, like whimsical book. There was one I read recently, Myrtlewood Mysteries. Read the very first book, really enjoyed it. I forget who the author was now, but definitely want to read more of those books. And I think there's quite a lot in that series, so where it's kind of building up that fantasy world. So it's kind of in this world, but then you have like a town that's a proper witchy town, and unusual things happen, and you have all those unusual characters. Love those type of books. So especially when it comes to like autumn time and we get closer to Halloween and that, I think those books are great. So I'll go more into those, and I'd like to read more. I do read a bit more of the serious, what I call serious fantasy books. I think quite a lot of the time that they can be referred to like fantasy romantasy books. Now I don't like too much smut, don't like too much of the romance side of it. I don't mind it in it, but I like the intrigue from the plot. So I like a book to have a good plot, a plot driven book, where there's something that is happening, and then sometimes it's like a people dynamic mystery that's in there as well. I don't mind reading those, I quite enjoy those, and like I say, with the romance on the side, I'm perfectly happy with that. I read Direwolf not that long ago. I'm sure it was on holiday when I read that. Absolutely devoured it. I went on holiday with my sister. I don't think I spoke to her for 2 days. I've just got my head constantly in a book. Absolutely love that book. I read The Wolf. Is it The Wolf Prince and the Night? What's it called? Wolf King and Night Prince. So I've just read those. Again, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the first book a lot more. The second book was growing on me. It was okay. There's one more book coming out, so I'll definitely read that to complete the series. But I do like those type of books as well. But I just find with those type of books, I just have to think a little bit more, and it's probably not even thinking in that much depth, but the cosy mystery books, where my heart is, those are the ones where you can read, you really don't think a lot over, and you kind of have this heartwarming feeling when you finish. Or another one with the cosy mystery, like a recent one, the Vera Wong books. Oh, they're so funny. Yeah, that's the kind of mystery books that I like. I like to read them to help me go to sleep at night. I'm a Kindle girl. I read a lot on my Kindle. I love when I see some of these channels and they've got the bookshelves set up behind them. I think they look so beautiful. But I think because I tend to read in bed on a night, with my Kindle, when I fall asleep and I'm reading it, the next morning when I turn it back on, it's exactly the page where I fell asleep. It's bright enough for me to read. I think if I had a book, I'd spend most of the time trying to work out where I got in the book before I fell asleep. So yeah, I do read the odd few physical books. But yeah, I am a Kindle girl. I'm that lazy as well. I even have a clicker on my Kindle. So this gets attached to the Kindle, and then I have a clicker, so when I'm all snug in bed on a night, I literally just press a button on my clicker and it turns the page in my Kindle out over for me. So can't get much better than that, can you? So yeah, I love a nice fancy book shelf. I do have my office next door, but I probably will get some books, because I do like some books, but yeah, usually it is on my Kindle. So the last thing I just want to mention is what I'd like to bring to this channel. So I'd like to bring my to be reads, my TBRs for the month. So like I say, probably have about 4 books that I know I definitely want to read, and a few books on there that I can pick as and when the mood takes me, because as I said earlier, I am a bit of a mood reader anyway. I like to do monthly reading wrap-ups, so what have I thought about those books as well. Reading vlogs, so you can come along with me in a week or something and watch me do my reading vlogs, what my thoughts are along the way as I'm reading them. I'd like to also do recommendations for different genres, so those that are my cosy mysteries that I've really liked, the witchy mysteries that I've liked, and also like sometimes I like different books for different seasons or different locations. Like I love a mystery book set in the English countryside. I just think it's so sweet. But I love books that are set in New York as well, so different location books, different seasons as well, like so when it's coming to winter or when it's coming to Christmas, the best kind of books you can read for that, those that you can read for autumn, spring, summer, the best kind of holiday reads you can have. So kind of if you want a specific type of book for a specific reason, maybe have some videos on that as well. So that's what I've liked, and also just recaps on different series I've enjoyed, series that I'm going to continue, series that I might not be continuing, and the reasons why. So hopefully we'll have a good time together, and you'll like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll just see where it takes us, see how we get on with it. And yeah, hopefully you'll see my enjoyment, my love of books coming over, and we can share that together, chat about it together, and get those recommendations together. So that's my goal anyway. That's what I would like to see happen, and I do hope you come along for the journey with me. So on that note, I'll say goodbye, and I'll upload a video. I'd like to do one a week. If I do any more, great, but I'll just see how it goes. Nothing's set in stone. I want it so I enjoy the channel and you enjoy watching them as well. So yeah, on that note, I'll say goodbye to everybody, and hopefully see you again soon when we start getting into the real good stuff and start actually getting into some books. Take care, everybody. Bye. Welcome, everybody. Hello. No. Hey, welcome to my channel. So